cheto-darpana-marjanam, bhava-maha-davagni-nirvapanam, shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam, vidyavadu jeevanam, anandambudivardhanam pratipadam, purnamrita swadanam, sarvatma snapanam param vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, Nam Namakari Bahuda, Nija Sarva Shakti, Tatrarpita Niyamitaha, स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवं मीदृशं यः जानीनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिरहितुकी त्वयि एनन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितं माम विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजसित धूलीसदृशं विचिन्तये नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्नचितं वपु कदा तव नाम गृहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनष्टु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः. Today we are starting chapter 5, Adi, volume 1, Adi-lila, volume 1, chapter 5, the glories of Lord Nityānanda Balarāma. So we finished the external and internal reasons of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Now we are getting into the glories of Nityananda Prabhu, who is the incarnation of Balram. Vande Anantadbhuta Aishwaryam Sri Nityanandam Ishwaram Yasyechaya Tatswarupam Agneyapi Nirupayate. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Sri Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Acharya. And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have described the glories of Sri Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses. Now, in 5 verses, I will describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. So the first chapter was 14 verses of where he has described about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Balarāma, and all of them. So now he is expounding all of that. So now he has come to the next verses. Sarvavatari Krishna Swayama Bhagavan Tanhara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balarāma. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, and Lord Balarāma is his second body. So just Shri Krishna has become Balram. Ekei Swarupa Done Bhinna Matra Kaya Adya Kaya Vyuha Krishna Lila Rasahaya. Both of them are same. There is no difference between Krishna and Balram. They differ only in form. Lord Balram is his bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists Lord in all his transcendental pastimes. Say Krishna Navadipe Sri Chaitanya Chandra Say Balarama Sange Sri Nityananda. The same Krishna has appeared in Navadipa as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his own expansion, who is Balram, has appeared as Nityananda. Sri Balaram Gosai Moola Sankarshan Pancharupa Dhari Karen Krishnera Sevana. Balram is the original Sankarshan. He assumes 5 another forms to serve Lord Krishna. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan, Shesh, Naga, and the Vishnus who lie on the Coronation, Garbhocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and portions of his plenary portions. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. He does a work of creation in other 4 forms. So whenever Krishna comes, Krishna's expansion is Balram. He will come. When he came as Rama, same expansion became Lakshmana. So when he incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has become now Nityananda Prabhu in this incarnation. He executes the order of Lord Krishna in the work of creation, and in the form of Lord Shesha, he serves Krishna in various ways. According to expert opinion, Balram, as the chief of the original quadruple forms, is also the original Sankarshan. Balram, the first expansion of Krishna, expands himself in 5 forms. Mahasankarshan, Karanabidhashai, Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, and Shesha. These 5 plenary portions are responsible for both spiritual and material cosmic manifestations. In these 5 forms, Lord Balram assists Lord Krishna in his activities. The first 4 of these forms are responsible for the cosmic manifestation, whereas Shesha is responsible for personal service to the Lord. Shesha is called Ananta or unlimited because he assists personality of Godhead in his unlimited expansion by performing an unlimited variety of services. Sri Balram is the servitor Godhead who serves Lord Krishna in all affairs of existence and knowledge. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is the same servitor Godhead, Balram, performs the same service to the Lord Gauranga by constant association. Sarvarupeya Swadhaye Krishna Sevananda Sei Balarama Gaura Sange Nityananda. In all the forms, he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. That same Balram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Lord Gaurasundar. I have explained the 7th verse in the 4 subsequent verses. By these verses, all the world can know about the truth of Lord Nityananda. So 5 expansions he has given, and now he's going to expound on all those things. I surrender unto the feet of Lord Nityananda Rama, who is known as Sankarshan, in the midst of the Chaturviha, consisting Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So one of his name is Shesha. One of his name is Sankarshana. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Lokha. He far beyond the material creation. Beyond this material realm lies another realm. So we are in the material world. Beyond this, there is Paravyoma. So we are in ether. But beyond this material world, there is Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. Like Lord Krishna himself, it possesses all transcendental qualities such as the 6 opulences. So understand, the Vaikuntha region is all pervading, infinite and supreme. It is the residence of Lord Krishna and all other incarnations. So I explained this in Gita also. So we live in this material world. It goes all the way till Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka is also part of this Paravyoma. So we Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Mahajana, Tapa, Satyam. Okay, so these many lokas are there. And below the earth, there are other Patal lokas. Sankarshan is there in all the lokas. And beyond this material world is a Paravyom, is an ether. which we also call as Brahma Jyoti, effulgence. And in that Brahma Jyoti lies the Vaikuntha regions. Vaikunthas are planets where Bhagwan lives in his various incarnations. He incarnated in so many forms. So if somebody is worshipping Vaman worship, maybe in those times when Vaman avatar happened, in those era, it must be more prevalent. So those devotees who worshipped him as Vaman, of course, when they leave their body, they want to worship Vaman only. They'll go to Vaman's Vaikuntha. Those who worship him as Narsimha will go to Narsimha's Vaikuntha. Those who worship him as Rama will go to Rama's Vaikuntha. All the spiritual planets are called as Vaikunthas, where their devotees go and worship Bhagwan in the form in which they love Bhagwan. So here that is what they're saying. So in the highest region of that spiritual sky is the spiritual planet called Krishna Loka. In this spiritual sky, so there are many Vaikunthas, and then you go further and further, then there is Krishna Loka. Krishna's own personal planet. That is his own planet. Krishna is two-handed form. We have read in Gita, in the universal form. First Bhagavan shows the universal form to Arjun. Then he shows the four-handed form. And then he comes to the two-handed form. And then Bhagavan says, oh Arjun, this two-handed form is very difficult to achieve. For somebody to see this two-handed form is very difficult. Every other places, it's me only in my 400 Narayan form or Vishnu form. But those are full of opulences. In this 200 form, I become a friend, I become a child. That Bhagavan, whom people worship in awe and veneration, he becomes very just like us. And he has told this form is the most difficult to achieve. Why? Because to have that faith, to have that Shraddha is very difficult in this form. So Bhagavan with his 200 form lives in Krishna Loka, that is also in the spiritual sky. And that Krishna Loka has three divisions: Dwarka, Mathura, and Gokul. So what I'm talking right now, Dwarka, Mathura, Gokula, is in the spiritual realm. When Bhagavan descended on this earth planet, he brought all of that, the energies from Dwarka, Mathura, Goloka, Gokula, which is in that other Krishna Loka, he got everything here. That is why the Vrindavan, which is there right now, 3 hours from Delhi or Mathura, it is considered to be the most spiritual place by all Hindus, because it descended with all the spiritual energies which is there in the spiritual realm. Sarvopari Shri Gokula Vrajaloka Dhama Shri Golaka Shweta Dvipa Vrindavan Nama. Shri Gokula, the highest of all, is also called Vraja, Goloka, Shweta and Vrindavan. So these are various names of Gokul. It is in an island called Shweta. Sometimes people, they do this bhedbhav. Devi's planet is somewhere down, and only Krishna's planet is the highest. Let me tell you, Devi's planet is also in Shweta. Mani Dvipa, Shweta, they're all together in that spiritual realm. So people saying all these conflicting theories because they're trying to prove their Ishta as higher. It's not right. We love Krishna. We love his dham. So we are just describing Krishna's dham as one abode which is high up in the Vaikuntha Lokas. So Sri Gokula, the highest of all, is also called Vraja, Goloka, Shweta and Vrindavan. Like the transcendental body of Sri Krishna, Gokul is all pervading, infinite and supreme. It expands both above and below without any restriction. That abode is manifested within the material world by the will of Lord Krishna. So same Gokul was manifested here by the will of God, Lord Krishna. It is identical to that of original Gokula. They are not two different bodies. The above mentioned dhamas are movable. By the omnipotent will of Lord Krishna, when Shri Krishna appears on the face of earth, he can also make his dhamas appear without changing their original structure. One should not discriminate between the dham on the earth and those in the spiritual sky. Vrindavan Dham is one of the greatest dham. I'm speaking on Vrindavan, Mahimamrit, Glories of Vrindavan, on the new channel Vrindavan Mahimamrit. The channel name is Vrindavan Mahimamrit. That's why I'm trying to bring these glories of Vrindavan. The place which the earthly Vrindavan is no different than the spiritual Vrindavan. When we read from Prabhupada Saraswati's book, Vrindavan Mahimamrit, the way he goes on describing, oh my God. So same thing. He's describing it like that because he knows now that this earthly Vrindavan is no less than the spiritual Vrindavan. If somebody can make an effort to go to the earthly Vrindavan, he has already reached the spiritual Vrindavan. If you go to Vrindavan, even if you don't do any sadhana there, I've spoken about this in the new channel, Vrindavan Mahimamrit, the Glories of Vrindavan. Do listen, take time and listen to those lectures and do share with others because you should know how glorious Vrindavan is. Every dust particle is glorious of Vrindavan. Whatever sadhanas, whatever malas you did till date, the ripened fruit of your austerity, of your practice, that is Vrindavan. If you go to Vrindavan, even if you're just sleeping in Vrindavan, you're still being blessed. Because that Gokul, that Mathura, that Vraj is none different than the spiritual Krishna Loka. So even if you're sleeping, you've reached Vrindavan. It may so happen that you go to Vrindavan and you will see all, it's different the way I'm talking because I speak about this one a lot in Vrindavan Mahimamrit. You may think, oh, Vrindavan is different. It is just like any other city now. But if you hear the glories of Vrindavan, that's why I'm taking this effort to translate everything in English. 1700 slokas is a big work. But if you understand the glories of Vrindavan and then you visit Vrindavan, after hearing the glories of Vrindavan, then you visit Vrindavan and then you meditate on Vrindavan. The same Vrindavan will be different to you. It will be very, 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 very transcendental. I have experienced it. And that's why I'm telling with this confidence. I will not speak a thing which I have just read. It's not possible. I have to go to I have this bug inside me. The transcendental Vrindavan, which is on earth, you should not distinguish the Vrindavan which is on earth. It's the same as the Vrindavan which is in the spiritual sky. We are very lucky to have gotten this human body. And on this planet, to have Vrindavan. And we can go and visit with this human body and roll in the dust of Vrindavan. Even if you're just walking, the wind is blowing and it is taking the dust of Vrindavan, and you're becoming purified all the time, even if you don't do any sadhana, any mantra japa, nothing. The glory of Vrindavan is such. You get down on Mathura station. Right from there, you will start hearing, Radhe, the rickshaw wala will call you, Radhe, Radhe. Vrindavan, 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 Vrindavan. Barsana, 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 Barsana. Govardhan, 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 Govardhan. Just see. You don't have to make an effort. Here, when you're sitting at your home, you have to make so much effort to remember God. But there you get down. The sound vibration is everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. That's the glory of Vrindavan. One should not think Vrindavan as any ordinary pilgrimage site. So one should not discriminate between the dhamas on the earth. and those in the spiritual sky thinking that those on the earth to be material and the original abodes are spiritual. All of them are spiritual. Only for us who cannot experience beyond matter in our present conditioned state do the Dhammas and Lord himself in his archa form appear before us, resembling matter to give us the facility to see spirit with material eyes. In the beginning, this may be difficult for a neophyte to understand, but in due course, when one is advanced in devotional service, it will be easier and he will appreciate the Lord's presence in these tangible forms. Oh. Chintamani bhumi kalpa vriksha mayavana charma chakshe dekhe thare prapanche rasama. The land, there is a touchstone, Chintamani, and the forest abound with desired trees. Materialize, see it as an ordinary place. Same thing, Prabhupada Saraswati, you hear the glories of Vrindavan. I've spoken, we have done till 5 episodes, I guess. Just go and listen, take your time and listen. You will love it. Vrindavan Dham, every tree in Vrindavan is Kalpa Vriksha. Kalpa Vriksha means which can fulfill all your desires. Sometimes Prabhupada Saraswati will say, oh brother, why are you wasting your time? What is stopping you? Are you desirous of something? Let me tell you, Vrindavan, you reach every leaf, every tree, every creeper is a Kalpa Vriksha. It can fulfill your desires. He speaks in Vrindavan, Prabhupada Saraswati. What is making you worried? What chinta? Chinta means worries. Oh, I am telling you, Vrindavan is the place where you will find Chintamani stone. Chintamani stone means which can remove all your chintas, which can remove all your stress. Oh, brother, what is stopping you from going to Vrindavan? Just go. With that ecstatic feeling, he talks in Glories of Vrindavan. Maybe after the class, I will share those videos so that you can listen and you can share with others. Oh, brother, just go, just go. And then he goes on saying, if you cannot go, no matter, doesn't matter, wherever you are, just keep chanting the name of Vrindavan. Just keep thinking about the young couple who is in Vrindavan, who is served by all his maid attendants. Just by the virtue of that, Vrindavan will protect you. This Vrindavan is not ordinary. Same thing Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying here now. This land where there is a touchstone, Chintamani, and the forest abound with desired trees, material eyes cannot see it as ordinary. Material eyes see it as ordinary place, but this is not ordinary. If you get the eyes of love, if your eyes are anointed with love, then you can see its original form, the transcendental Vrindavan. Prema netra dekhe tare swarupa prakasha gopa gopi sanghe yana krishnera vilasa. But with the eyes of love of Godhead, one can see its real identity as the place where Lord Krishna performs his pastimes with the cowherd boys and cowherd girls. Chintamani prakara sadama shukalpa vriksha lokash लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतशम्भुराम सेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending cows, yielding all desires in a abode built with the spiritual gems, and surrounded by millions of Kalpavriksha trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Lord Krishna manifests his own form in Mathura and Dwarka. If he enjoys pastimes in various ways by expanding himself into quadruple forms. Vasudev, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are the primary quadruple forms. From where all other quadruple forms are manifested, they are purely transcendental. Only in these three places, Dwarka, Mathura, and Gokul, does the all-sporting Lord Krishna perform his endless pastime with his personal associates. In the Vaikuntha planets of the spiritual sky, the Lord manifests his identity as Narayana and performs pastimes in various ways. Krishna's own form has only two hands, but in the form of Lord Narayana, he has four hands, in which he holds a conch shell, disc, club, lotus, and flower. He is full of great opulences. The Shri and Bhu and Nila energies serve at his lotus feet. यद्यपि यद्यपि केवल तांड्रा क्रीडा मात्र धर्म तथापि जीवेर कृपा करे एक कर्म सालोक्य सामीप्य साष्टी सारूप्य प्रकार चारि मुक्त दिया करे जीवेरा निस्तार. Although his pastimes are his only characteristic functions, by his causeless mercy, he performs one activity for all the fallen souls. What is the activity that he performs, Bhagwan? Why does he do all these pastimes? He does it so that we can remember it. We can relate with him. And when we relate with him, our minds are pure. And if our minds are pure, we are suitable candidates for liberation. So to liberate us, Bhagwan does this nectarian pastimes. He delivers the fallen living entities. He gives them four kinds of liberation. Salokya, Samipya, Sarshti, and Sarupya. Salokya means after leaving the body, you go to his dham. He gave it to Putana also. Whatever it was. Putana had harbored some parental affection, some vatsalya bhava towards him in the previous birth. And in the next birth, he gave it. He gave the position of a mother to Putana, even though she came to kill him in this incarnation, Krishna incarnation. That is Krishna. So he delivers the fallen entities. He gives them salokya, meaning status equal to that of Lord. Samipya, constant association with the Lord. Sarshti, opulence equal to the Lord. And Sarupya, which is like that of the Lord. Brahma sayuja muktera tahana hi gati Vaikuntha bahare haya tasabarastiti. Those who attain Brahma sayuja liberation cannot gain entrance into Vaikuntha. Their residence is outside the Vaikuntha planet. But some who want to be, oh, God is formless, God does not come as avatars. No worries, you can be in Brahma Jyoti. So that is their place. Outside the Vaikuntha planet is a atmosphere of the glowing effulgence, which consists of supremely bright rays of the body of Lord Krishna. This place is called as Siddhaloka. So many Siddhas live in there. This region is called Siddhaloka, and it is beyond the material nature. Its essence is spiritual, but it does not have spiritual varieties. It is like the homogeneous effulgence around the sun, but inside the sun are chariots, horses, and other opulences of the sun god. Although, as through devotion to the Lord, one can attain his abode, many have attained that goal by abandoning their sinful activities and absorbing their minds in the Lord through lust, envy, fear, or affection. Whatever way you want to love God, or even in hatred, all you have to do is think about him. That's about it. The purpose of living is to do your work sincerely and keep thinking about him. You will reach him. तैछे पर व्योमनाना चिच्छ शक्ति विलास निर्विशेष ज्योतिर्बिंब बहिरे प्रकाश. So he's going on describing. So there is a spiritual sky, and that spiritual sky is in the Paravyom, and outside the Vaikuntha planets, So this Paravayam, no? So there are many Vaikuntha planets. So all of these Vaikuntha planets are surrounded by an effulgence, spiritual effulgence. So these are all Brahma Jyoti. So that impersonal Brahman effulgence consists of the effulgent rays of the Lord. Those fit for Sahaja liberation will go and be into that effulgence. Then he goes on saying, Vasudeva Sankarshana Pradyumna Niruddha Dvitiya Chaturvyahu Ei Turiya Vishuddha. This expansion of Bhagavan, which is called as Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, they are the second quadruple, and they are purely transcendental. These are all very technical things going on for him to prove that Lord Nityananda was Balram. There, the personal feature of Balram, called Mahasankarshan, is the shelter of the spiritual energy. He is the primary cause, the cause of all causes. In essence, Sri Krishna himself is Balarama. He is also called as Mahasankarshan. He is everywhere with whether Vasudev, whether Bhagavan becomes Vasudev, whether he's becoming Sankarshan, whether he's becoming Pradyumna, whether he's becoming Aniruddha. In all of them, Balarama is there as the Mahasankarshan. One variety of pastimes of the spiritual energy is described as Vishuddha Tattva or pure goodness. It comprises all the abodes of Vaikuntha. The 6 attributes are all spiritual. Know for certain that they are manifestations of the opulences of Sri Krishna. There is one marginal potency known as Jiva. Mahasankarshan is the shelter of all Jivas. Balaram is the one who is the shelter of all Jivas. Sankarshan is the original shelter of the Purusha from whom this world is created and in whom it will be dissolved. He is the shelter of everything. He is wonderful in every respect and his opulences are infinite. Even Ananta cannot describe his glories. That Shankarshan, who is transcendental pure goodness, is the partial expansion of Nityananda Balarama. So Bhagavan Krishna is there. Krishna's expansion is Balaram. Balram's plenary expansion is Sankarshan. Balram is also known as Mahasankarshan in that loka. Maya Bharata Janda Sangarshayanga Shete Sakshat Karanam Bodhi Madhye Yasaikamsha Sri Pumanadi Devas Tam Sri Nityananda Ramam Prapadhye. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, whose partial representation is called Karno Dakshe Vishnu. We have spoken about Karno Dakshe Vishnu, the one who is lying in the Karan ocean. So whenever Vishnu is there, you have seen the picture of Vishnu. He's lying on the bed of snakes. That snake, which you see, is called Ananta. That snake is called Shesha. Different names. That snake himself is Mahasankarshana. So wherever there is Vishnu, Mahasankarshana has to be there. And he is the original Purusha, the master of illusory energy, and the shelter of all the universes. Outside the Vaikuntha planets is the impersonal Brahman effulgence, and beyond that effulgence is known as the Karan ocean or the causal ocean. Surrounding the, so he spoke now. So Vaikunthas are there, then they are surrounded by Brahma Jyoti, and outside this Brahma Jyoti, they are surrounded by causal ocean. Surrounding Vaikuntha is a mass of water that is endless, unfathomed, and unlimited. The earth, water, fire, and air, and ether of Vaikuntha, they are all spiritual. The water of this Karan ocean, which is original cause, is therefore spiritual. The sacred Ganges, which we get on earth, is a drop of that spiritual ocean, which is from the spiritual planet. So understand, we are on earth. Then and as I told you, beyond earth, there are 7 more higher planets. They're all in the material sphere. Beyond that, there is waters, causal ocean. And you will see lights. All these lights are coming from the Vaikuntha planets. Not one Vaikuntha planet. Millions, millions, millions. So you will see light, that is Brahma Jyoti. Then there are planets. And within the planets, there are people who are devotees like us, who are on earth. Then they got mukti. Then they are on those planets. What are they doing? What they were doing on earth. But fully liberated. So no tension, no stress, no crying, no what will happen tomorrow, no insecurities, no fear, nothing. They are just enjoying it. Pure love and pure seva. They're all living in this innumerable Vaikuntha planets. But we are very lucky on earth. Number one, even though we got this body, human body, we are not animal. So thank God. Then we are very lucky to get satsanga and to understand this. Thank God. And then we are more lucky to know about Vrindavan. Thank God. And we are even more lucky to know that this Vrindavan is the same as those in the spiritual realm. Thank God. And then we are more lucky. Now we heard about causal ocean. And we know now this Gangaji is a part of that causal ocean. Vaman Bhagwan, when he took his foot up, Gangaji flew from there. Gangaji came from there. So this Gangaji, so we are very lucky. We got human body. We know where Gangaji is, Ganga river is, the sacred Ganges. We go and we take a dip there. It is taking a dip in the causal ocean. So in this causal ocean lies the plenary portion of Lord Sri Sankarshana. So that is what is Balaram is all about. He is known as the first Purusha, the creator of the total material energy. He is the cause of the universe, the first incarnation. He cast his glance over Maya. Maya Shakti resides outside the Karan ocean. Maya cannot touch its water. Maya has two varieties of existence. One is called Pradhan and Prakriti. It supplies the ingredients of the material world. So Maya, Mahat comes. So when the Mahat comes, that Mahat the Shakti is Yoga Maya. But the Purusha there is Mahasankarshan. Then that Maya becomes into Ahankar. Three more. So this is the Srishtikram. You have to really by heart the Srishtikram. It is given in Bhagavatam. So first, Bhagwan is there, nothing else. Then there are only casual waters are there. The causal ocean is there. And the light is there. And in that, spiritually there, Brahmaji comes. For 1,000 years, he's going up and down, up and down. He's like, who am I? From where am I created? He's the first created being. He's like, why am I created? Who am I? From where I've come? And then Bhagwan Narayan comes. And then he gives him the knowledge that you have to create. So to create, he has to be given ingredients. So the first tattva that is created is Mahat Tattva. Bhagwan himself becomes Mahashankarshan. Becomes that Purusha. And then every Purusha has to have a Shakti. Shakti means energy. Purusha means just a form. The form will not do anything if there is no energy in it. I'm speaking now. This is a mic. Say this mic. This mic is useless if there is no energy in it, if it is not connected. So just imagine this is like Sankarshan outside the form. But how will Sankarshan operate? It needs to have Shakti, the energy. That energy is called Yogamaya. So now, in that Sankarshan is there, and the original Vishnu is also there. He's called Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And this Sankarshan is now coming as the Sheshanag. So these are there, and Maya is there. And then Brahmaji is created. So Brahmaji is now given ingredients to create the world. So those ingredients are Ahankar, which is into Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna, Rajo-guna. You have to just memorize this. This is the only way Srishti is made. Standard. 24 elements. Then this Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna, Rajo-guna, these three will further develop organs, mind, intellect, consciousness. Then the five tanmatras, sense of smell, sense of taste, vision, hearing, sense of touch. This will develop. Then further from there, all the organs will develop. And once the organs are developed, the devatas are also developed. They're also given. They also come out. And all of this, Brahmaji still cannot do it. Brahmaji then will create a anda, a globe, Hiranyagarbha. And all of this go inside this with the ingredients, and then that egg is maintained by Brahmaji, and after 1,000 years, the egg hatches and everything comes out. Then the material world comes out. And then the same Yoga Maya will come in this material world as Maya. So all these things get divided. So one has to really contemplate, sit, contemplate. Even though I'm talking, sometimes it becomes very confusing to the listener. So many things, so many words. So the only way is to sit, read, contemplate, picture it, visualize it, make your notes, and then it will be clear. So I'm talking all this, but this is what is written, right? What I try to explain. So Maya has two varieties of existence. One is Pradhana and Prakriti. Pradhan means those original ingredients which are required, and the Prakriti is the one which we see in the world. The Prakriti is dull and inert. It cannot actually be the cause of the material world, but Lord Krishna shows his mercy by infusing his energy, that energy is Shakti, into this dull, inert material nature. Krishna Shaktiye Prakriti Haya Gauna Karan Agni Shakti Lauha Yaiche Karaya Jaran. Thus Prakriti, by the energy of Lord Krishna, becomes the second cause, just as iron becomes red hot by the energy of fire. Ataiva Krishna Moola Jagat Karan Prakriti Karan Yaiche Ajagalasthana. Therefore, Lord Krishna is the original cause of the cosmic manifestation. Prakriti is like the nipples on the neck of a goat, for they cannot give any milk. Maya amse kahi tare nimitta karana sehaneha yate karta hetu narayana. The Maya aspect of material nature is the immediate cause of the cosmic manifestation, but it cannot be the real cause, for the original cause is Lord Narayana. So so many names have been given. But understand, Krishna himself becomes the 400 form. He is called Narayana. And every Narayana has to have a Shakti. So both of them will go together. Narayan cannot do anything without the Shakti. Similarly, Shakti cannot do anything without the Narayan. They both have to be there. He gives an example. Ghatera nimitta hetu yaiche kumbhakara taiche jagatara karta purusha avatar. Just as the original cause of an earthen pot is the potter, so the creator of the material world is the first Purush incarnation, Karna Vasai Vishnu, Karnodakshay Vishnu. Lord Krishna is the creator, and Maya helps him as the instrument. Just like the potter's wheels and other instruments, which are the instrumental cause of a pot. The first Purusha cast his glance at Maya from distance, and thus he impregnates her with the seed of life in the form of living entities. So these are the original Purush and Shakti. So Purush just looks at Maya, and then Maya is pregnant. And pregnant with what? Whatever material creation we are seeing. Everything comes from that Maya. The reflected rays of his body mix with Maya, and thus Maya gives birth to the myriad universes. The Purush enters each and every one of the countless universes. He manifests himself in as many as separate forms as their universes. So when we read all this, it becomes very mind-boggling. But understand, just like us, in human form, a man and a woman are married. What does a man do? He just impregnates. That's it. And the women can have as many children. And each of these children will have their own universes, own world, right? Our ancestors, they created us, they went. And we created our own world. So we have also created so many universes. But all of us are somewhere carrying that gene, right, from the original ancestor. This is what it means. So Bhagavan just casts a glance at Maya, and Maya is impregnated. And from her comes all of us are somewhere carrying that. Somebody's mic is off. One second. माइक अपना ऑफ कर लेना. Yeah. One second. Can somebody off the mic, please? Can somebody off the mic?
Sit. Want to sit, buddy?
Who is the
Want to sit here?
host?
Want to sit, buddy? Come.
I'm talking about Purusha and Maya. How this is happening. So take our own example. Now somebody will ask, sometimes people are so jad buddhi, like they don't understand. What are you talking? How can so many things come from one person just by glancing? Yes, it does. Just by glancing. That is spiritual world. So Maya creates not just one universe. She creates multiple universes, and she can create. And in each of the universes, there are so many living entities. And here it is written, the Purusha himself enters into all those living entities. Yes, of course. The father impregnated, he gave a seed. And then the son is born, the daughter is born. So of course, the father's seed has gone into the son and the daughter. Then the son will have his own family. Of course, the original father's seed has gone into the son, then from the son to the other grandson. So the seeds have gone. So father has entered everywhere, no? So this is what it means. The Purusha looks at Maya, and then he impregnates her, and the whole universe is created, and the Purusha enters himself into each and every of the countless universes, and he manifests himself as many separate forms as there are universes. I always give this example of a garbanzo bean, chana. So take that chana, that garbanzo. So you see the garbanzo shape, half and half you'll see. So half is Shakti or Maya, the other half is Purusha. So one garbanzo bean, half is Shakti, half is Purusha. You give them water and all, suddenly it will sprout. What happened? So one is male, one is female, right? Can something come out just from a male? No. The male, female have to be there. So something just sprouts from the seed of a garbanzo bean. And from that sprout comes another garbanzo beans. And then millions of garbanzo beans. Millions of chana. So that's how the whole concept of the universe is. Shiva and Shakti, or Purusha and Shakti, or Krishna and Radha, or Krishna and Maya, whatever you call. Different names they have been given, but they're all together in the beginning. And just by a glance, they impregnate, and then they disintegrate, and they're in everywhere, spread everywhere. So millions of universes, just like millions of chanas, millions of garbanzo beans. All right. So here there is no, it's very spiritual. In nature, everywhere, this is what is happening. It's all very spiritual. Purusha nasha te abhi bahiraya swasha nishwasha sahite haya brahmanda prakasha. When the Purusha exhales, the universes are manifested with each outward breath. Thereafter, when he inhales, all the universes again enter his body. Just as the atomic particles of the dust pass through the to the openings of a window, so the networks of the universes pass through the pores of the skin of the Purusha. The Brahma and other lords of the mundane world appear from the pores of Mahavishnu and remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whom Mahavishnu is the portion of a plenary portion. Lord Brahma, when he had done the lila, the pastimes of stealing the cows, and he realized, oh my God, this Krishna, this young coward boy who's sitting below the tree, is nobody else but Narayana. Then he goes and he says, where am I? I'm just a small creature of 7 spans, the measure of my own hand. I am enclosed in the universe composed of material nature and total material energy, false ego, ether, air, water, and earth. O Krishna, O Narayana, what is your glory? Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body, just like particles of dust passing through the opening of a window. A part of the whole is called a kala. Sri Balaram is the counterform of Lord Govinda. I say that kala is Mahavishnu. He is the Mahapurusha, who is the source of other Purushas and who is all pervading. Garbhodakshai and Charodakshai are called Purushas. They are plenary portions of Karanodakshai Vishnu, the first Purusha, who is the abode of all the universes. Vishnu has 3 forms called Purushas. The first Mahavishnu is the creator of the total universe, total material energy. The second, Garbhodakshai, who is situated within each universe. And the third is Charodakshai, who lives in the heart of every living being. He who knows these 3 becomes liberated from the clutches of the Maya. We have discussed about this in the previous lectures, so I'm not going much deeper into this now. Although Karanodakshai Vishnu is called Kala of Lord Krishna, he is the source of Matsya, Kurma, and other incarnations. All these incarnations of Godhead are either Kala portions or Amsa portions, but Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. In every age, he protects the world through his different features when the world is disturbed by the enemies of Indra. He goes on describing about the Purusha and the Mahapurusha. In the beginning of the creation, the Lord expanded himself in the form of Purusha incarnations, accompanied by all ingredients of material creation. First, he created the 16 principal energies suitable for creation. This was for the purpose of manifesting the material universes. I've spoken about all this. 16 energies he creates, and from there everything is created. Although the Lord is the shelter of everything, and although the universes are with him, he is the super soul and he is the support of everything. Although he is connected with the material energy in 2 ways, he does not have a slightest contact with it. Ei mata gita teha puna puna kaya sarvada ishvara tattva achinta shakti haya. Thus the Bhagavad Gita also states the same thing. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, I created everything. I am the Lord of everything. Everything, although this situated within the material nature, I am not affected by this material nature. Oh Arjun, you should know this as my inconceivable opulence. This is the meaning propagated by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. That Mahapurush is known as plenary part of him, who is Lord Nityānanda Balarāma, the favorite associate of Lord Chaitanya. I have thus explained the 9th verse. Now I shall explain the 10th. Please listen with rapt attention. So he is again expounding the same 14 verses. He has come to the 10th verse. He says, I offer my obeisances unto Sri Nityānanda Rama, a partial part of whom is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu sprouts the lotus, that is the birthplace of Brahma, who is the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. After creating millions of universes, the first Purush entered into each of them in separate form known as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. He is explaining the same thing over and over again. He, after entering the universe, he only found darkness with no place in which to reside. Then he began to consider. Then he created water from his perspiration of his own body, and then the water filled half the universe. The universe measures 500 million yojans. One yojan is around 1200 kilometers. So 500 times 1200. This is the measure of the universe. Its length and breadth are one and the same. After filling half the universe with water, he made his own residence therein and manifested the 14 worlds in the other half. So these 14 worlds are Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam on the top, and below are Tala, Atala, Vitala, Nitala, Talatala, Mahatala, and Sutal. These are the lower planetary systems. So there are total 14 planetary systems. And this entire universe is known as Triloka. Three lokas means one is the Bhu, Earth, the lower planetary system, and the upper planetary systems. There he manifested Vaikuntha as his own abode and rested into the waters of the bed of Lord Shesha. He lay there with Ananta as his bed. Lord Ananta is a divine serpent having thousands of heads, thousands of faces, thousands of eyes, and thousands of hands and feet. He is the seed of all incarnations and is the cause of material world. From his navel grew a lotus flower, which became the birthplace of Lord Brahma. Within that stem of the lotus were the 14 worlds. So all these 14 worlds. So Vishnu is lying. Mahavishnu. He is lying on this serpent called Ananta or Shesha. And from Vishnu's navel comes a lotus stalk. And on that, Brahmaji is born. So within this stalk are the 14 worlds, which are called the Trilok, within this stalk. Okay? So, and as Lord Vishnu maintains the entire world, Lord Vishnu is beyond all these material attributes, and he is beyond all that. Lord Vishnu himself assumes the form of Rudra, and he destroys the creation. He has become Brahma, he has become Vishnu, he has become Rudra. He is also known as the super soul, the Hiranyagarbha, and Lord Narayana is a part and plenary portion of Lord Nityānanda Balarāma, who is the source of all incarnation. So I have explained the 10th verse now. Now please listen to me, the meaning of the 11th verse with all your mind. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityānanda Rama, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. The Shirodakshay Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes. Sheshanaga is his further subpart. The material planet rests within the stem that grows within the lotus navel of Lord Narayana. Among these planets are the 7 oceans. There, in the part of the ocean of milk, Kshirosagar, lies Shweta-deepa, the abode of the sustainer Lord Vishnu. He is the super soul of all living entities. He maintains this material world and he is the Lord. So we are all living in Kshirosagar. In the ages and millennium of Manu, he appears as different incarnations to establish the principles of real religion and vanquish the principles of irreligion. Unable to see him, the Devatas go to the shore of the ocean of milk and offer prayers to him. He then descends to maintain the world, material world. His unlimited opulences cannot be counted. That Lord Vishnu is but a part of the plenary portion of Lord Nityānanda, who is the source of all incarnations. That same Lord Vishnu, in the form of Lord Shesha, holds the planets upon his heads, and although he does not know where they are, for he cannot feel the existence upon his heads. His thousands of extended hoods are adorned with dazzling jewels surpassing the sun. The universe, which measures 500 million yojans in the diameter, rests on one of his hoods like a mustard seeds. That Ananta Sheshanag is the devotee incarnation of Godhead, he knows nothing but service to Lord Krishna. With his 1,000 mouths, this Ananta Nag is singing the glories of Lord Krishna. But although he is always singing in that way, he does not find an end to the qualities of the Lord. The four Kumaras hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Ananta Sheshnag, and they in turn repeat it in the transcendental bliss of love of Godhead. He serves Lord Krishna, assuming all the forms: umbrella, slippers, bedding, pillow, garments, resting chair, residence, sacred thread, and throne. He is thus called Lord Sesha, for he attained the ultimate end of servitude to Krishna. He takes many forms for the service of Krishna, and thus he serves Lord Krishna. That person of whom Lord Ananta is a kala or a part of the plenary part is Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who therefore can know the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. From this, we can know the limit of the truth of Lord Nityananda. But what glory is there in calling him Ananta? But I accept it as a truth because it has been said by the devotees, since he is the source of all incarnations, everything is possible in him. They know that there is no difference between the incarnation of and the source of all incarnations. Previously, Lord Krishna was regarded in the light of different principles by different people. Some said Lord Krishna was directly Nar Narayan, and some called him Vamandev incarnate. Some called Krishna as an incarnation of Lord Shirodakshai. All these names are true. Nothing is impossible. But when the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna appears, he is the shelter of all plenary parts. Thus, at all time, his plenary portions join him. In whatever form one knows the Lord, one speaks of him in that way. In this, there is no falsity, since everything is possible in Krishna. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has exhibited to everyone all the pastimes of all the various incarnations. Thus, Lord Nityananda has unlimited incarnations. In transcendental emotion, he calls himself the servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we will end it up here. This is slok number 134. I didn't get into too much of explanation because it's the same thing over and over again. We have learned it in the previous lectures. But in summary, what he was trying to tell, that Krishna is the original. We all know the 200 form. And with him, Balarāma is living in Goloka Vrinda as the original. He is also in his 200 form. Krishna himself, when the millions of universes are made, he is himself expanding as the three Vishnus. Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, Karanodakshai. So when he is expanding, Balarāma, the original Balarāma, the 201, is also expanding. And he is becoming the Shesha, the Sankarshana, the Mahavishnu Sankarshana. Is given different names. But these are the three main Vishnus. The one in the causal ocean, the one in that universal ocean, and then the one who is in everybody's heart. So these three, in these three oceans, the same Balarāma has become as taking different roles. And he has become Ananta. Ananta has 1,000 hoods, and each Ananta is holding one universe on his head. So it is the same Balarāma, but one and the same Balarāma, the original Krishna incarnated as Chaitanya, the original Balarāma, the 200 incarnated as Nityananda, and in between whatever was explained, these are various incarnations, but in all the incarnations, Balarāma never ever leaves Krishna. He is always serving Krishna. That's the main gist of the whole thing that we have read. Tomorrow we'll read more stuff, because he'll talk about Balarāma more. All right, so we'll end it up. Let me just see your comments. Amrita writes, cannot forget my first visit to Vrindavan, no darshan, but could enjoy a sudden heavy shower from the Vrindavan to Mathura. Jai ho, jai ho. Jayanti Ma, why did God give us 4 different types of liberation? Does the type of liberation depends on the qualities of a devotee? Are there hierarchy in type of liberation? No, there is no hierarchy in type of liberation. Yatha mam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamiyam. Gita says, in Gita Bhagavan says, the one who worships me in whatever form, I give them that kind of devotee, that kind of liberation. So some people are worshipping him in impersonal feature, Brahman form. So Bhagavan says, okay, you will get Sahyajya Mukti. Mukti means an avastha, a state of mind where you have no tensions. You have gone beyond the cycle of birth and death while living itself. You're not worried about death. You're not worried about birth. You're not worried about all the tensions in between. At all times, you are with God. But some of them try to reach God by knowledge. So when they try to reach God by knowledge, they cannot conceive that God can have form. So they'll say God is formless. So Bhagavan says, okay, no problem. I'm formless for you. Yes, if you think I'm formless, I'm formless. But you have become a mukta. So you can come and be in the Brahma Jyoti because they are thinking of the Jyoti. So God is not, there is no hierarchy. He decided to be in the Brahma Jyoti. So be in Brahma Jyoti. But then there are devotees like us who we love God. We want to serve Him. So where will we serve Him purely? In His loka. So when you have reached that loka, all the four muktis are already given to you now. Salokya, you have been given. But what loka you will go? If you are a Vishnu Bhakta, then you will go to Vaikuntha Loka. So that is Salokya for you. If you go to Narsimha Loka, that is Salokya for you. I am a Krishna Bhakta, I go to Goloka, that is Salokya for me. If somebody is a Devi Bhakta, he'll go to Devi's Loka, Salokya for him. Now, somebody is Vishnu Bhakta, he goes to Vishnu Loka. In Vishnu Loka, everybody will have a 400 form. So that devotee will get a 400 form. So that is Sarupya. I am going to Krishna Loka, 200 form. I'll be having a 200 form. I'll have my Sakhi Swarup. Then the Devi's Bhakta will go to Devi's Loka. He will have a different form there. Because in Devi's Loka there are Bhairav, Bhairavis, there are Yoginis. They have a different form there. They have a different name there. So they will have a different Swarup there. So that is also Salokya Mukti. Got it? Getting it? So Salokya, Sarupya. Sarupya means here you have gone, you've got a 400 form, you will look bluish in color. In Goloka Vrindavan, you will get Radhani's form. The way she looks, you will look like that. In Devi's Loka, you will look like Devi's form. So this is Sarupya. Means it's like in this planet itself. When we are, for example, like when you are on Earth, when you go to Korea, China, Vietnam, just imagine how everybody looks the same. So you go to those Oriental countries, you'll see, oh my gosh, everybody looks the same, and you'll be confused. Oh my God, everybody is looking the same. You come to European countries, everybody is white, so white, blonde hair. So everybody is looking the same. Sarupya, that is called Sarupya. You go to India, everybody will have a certain feature. Even within India, you go to Bengal, you go to South, you go to Punjab, everybody has a certain feature. So this is called as Sarupya. Got it? So Sarupya is that. Salokya means in his lok, and Sarupya is that. Then comes Samipya. Of course, you are near Bhagwan. That is called Samipya. Closest to Bhagwan. And Sarshti. Sarshti means whatever the opulences are there in those planets, there is no hierarchy there. Okay, you are rich, you are poor. No, everybody enjoys all the opulences what Bhagwan has given in those lokas. We are on earth. Say I'm in America. America is a very rich country. But even in this rich country, the richest are enjoying something more richer. They are more riches than the one who are not enjoying that much. But everybody is having a kind of opulence here. But you go to in some other countries which are much poorer, they are not able to enjoy those opulences because there is so much of disparity. But when you go to either Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna's Loka, that is called as Sarshti. Sarshti means whatever the opulences are there in those lokas, everybody is free to enjoy those opulences. There is no disparity. Oh, this is rich, this is poor. There is no disparity. Everybody enjoys the same opulences as Bhagwan himself. So this is the characteristics of those lokas, but just by being there, you are getting all of them. Only main division, if you ask me, the only main division is Sayujya and the four other things which the devotee gets. In Sayujya, the person decided to be in the Brahman effulgence. So he will live in the Brahman effulgence. But for a devotee, he decided to go to either Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka or Manidvipa. He gets all the rest of the three as it is. So Salokya, Sarupya, Sarshti just comes. But the devotee is not thinking of it. It will just come to him. So there is no hierarchy, just division. All right. Namasha, right? This information is just incredible. I am thank you forever for introducing me to Vrindavan. You told me so many histories that when I was there, I can even understand in my brain what I was feeling. Every time I visit Vrindavan is different experience. Is that I have with you. When you take me to Temple of Balram, my heart was ready to get out from my body. So excited. Thank you. Yeah. Do definitely hear to the Glories of Vrindavan and Mahima Amit. Okay, Namasha? It's from the other channel. I'm going to share again after the class. So all of you can hear. Please keep listening. So many beautiful things Srila Prabhupada Saraswati has. Prabodhanand Saraswati. I'm always saying Prabhupada. Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati is saying so many beautiful things about Vrindavan. Just keep listening. You will know what Vrindavan is. All right. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. Amrita is writing, not sure I understood Salokya Sayuja Shashti. Understand? No, 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 no. Don't sleep without understanding, Amrita. सालोक्य हिंदी में बता दो. ओके नमाजिया, सॉरी आई हैव टू स्पीक इन हिंदी बिकॉज देन इट विल बिकम इजियर. सालोक्य मतलब एक ही लोक में रहना. ठीक.
ओके.
तुमको अगर कृष्ण पसंद है तो तुम कृष्णा के लोक में रहोगे. तुमको देवी पसंद है तो देवी के लोक में रहोगे. ठीक है ना. तो हो गया सालोक्य. अब तुम देवी के लोक में जाओगे तो तुम्हारे पहनावा कैसा होगा. जैसे देवी के लोक में सब लोग पहनते हैं. देवी कैसे सुंदर सी दिखती है. बस देवी जो पहनती है, देवी अपनी ही सारी चीजें प्रसाद रूप में दे देती है सबको. योगिनियां आती ले जाती हैं सब लोग. भैरव भैरविया समझ में आया? जो शिव जी पहनते हैं वही शिव जी दे देते भैरव को. तुम्हारे ये प्रसादी है. तो हमने जो कपड़े पहने, जो मणिद्वीप में रहेंगे, हम बिल्कुल ललिता माँ जैसे दिखेंगे. समझ में आया? रंग
हाँ.
वेशभूषा कैसी होगी? बिल्कुल ललिता माँ जैसी होगी. सबके सब एक जैसे दिखते हैं. जैसे मैंने
हाँ.
इसलिए एग्जाम्पल लिया कि चाइना चले जाओगे सब चाइनीज ही दिखेंगे. हिंदुस्तान चले जाओगे सब हिंदुस्तान दिखेंगे. ऐसे ही मणिद्वीप में जाओगे तो सब मणिद्वीपी दिखेंगे. मणिद्वीपियंस क्या कहा जाए इसको. ठीक है. तो उसको कहते हैं सारूप्य. एक जैसा
बट
रूप.
सारूप्य, हम लोग वो जो लोक में जाएंगे उसी लोक के सारूप्य हो जाएंगे, ऐसा है क्या?
हाँ
इफ आई गो टू
हाँ
गोलोक, आई विल
हाँ.
बी सारूप्य टू गोलोक. इफ आई
यस
गो टू मणिद्वीप, आई विल बी सारूप्य टू मणिद्वीप. ऐसा.
यस यस.
हाँ. ओके.
सारूप्य समझ गया. अब हो गया
हाँ.
शार्ष्टी.
हाँ.
शार्ष्टी यानी जो वैभव है वहां का.
अच्छा.
तो जो वैभव ललिता माँ का है ना, वही वैभव सबका है. समझ में
हाँ.
आया? सब लोग
हम्म.
उतने ही वैभव से रहते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे अभी इंडिया में होता है ना कि जैसे बॉम्बे में कोई हीरानंदानी में रह रहा है तो बोलेंगे हाँ वैभव वाला है. कोई. और बाकी
Disparity.
लोग
There
गरीब
is
लोग
no
हैं. ऐसा नहीं.
disparity. There is no disparity, you mean. Like
नोटिस.
everyone is like, okay.
यस.
Mm-hmm.
तो वो हो गया शार्ष्टी.
Mm-hmm.
समझ में आया? तो सालुक्य समझ गया. सारूप्य
Mm-hmm.
समझ गया. शार्ष्टी समझ
Mm-hmm.
गया. सामीप्य तो समझ गया होगा ना. हम हमेशा ललिता माँ
It
के
is
साथ रहते हैं.
closer.
हाँ. अब बच
Closeness.
गया
Yeah.
सायुज्य.
हाँ.
तो सायुज्य उनको मिलता है जो कि ये किसी फॉर्म में बिलीव नहीं करते. संसार
Okay.
में है ना लोग जो बोलते हैं कि भगवान का कोई फॉर्म नहीं है, भगवान कोई मूर्ति नहीं, भगवान के हाथ पैर नहीं है. लेकिन वो
हम्म.
भी मुक्त आत्मा होते हैं ज्ञान से. बौद्ध धर्म में बहुत मुक्त आत्मा हुए हैं. लेकिन वो लोग
Right.
मानते नहीं इस चीज को. तो वो केवल आत्मा है. सब कुछ आत्मा ही आत्मा है ऐसा मान करके, और सब कुछ निराकार है, कोई आकार नहीं है, ऐसा ऐसा कोई लोक वोक होता नहीं है. हम केवल शुद्ध कॉन्शियसनेस है ऐसा मान करके वो अपने आप को मुक्त करते हैं. तो बिल्कुल वो मुक्त होते हैं. लेकिन वो जाकर के उस ब्रह्म ज्योति में ही ठहरते हैं. ये जो ब्रह्म ज्योति है ये वैकुंठ लोकों से बाहर आती हुई रोशनी है. तो उनका स्टेशन
Hmm.
वही है.
Means they don't. I I don't know if I would say this. I should say this or not. They don't reach to that ultimate abode. Is that the thing? They reach to that
Yeah,
aura.
yeah. They reach to that aura. And they're very
हाँ.
happy there because that aura is very peaceful. They're very happy there.
Hmm.
They chose to be in
Okay.
that station.
Okay.
So there are two main stations. One, हम ट्रेन की यात्रा पे निकले. If you have decided to go to the spiritual realm, so there are two
Hmm.
stations. Just imagine, just there are two stations.
Right. Balloon.
So one station, this balloon's coming up as if we are really going to Vaikuntha. Bhagwan is like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm calling all of you, all my colorful beings. So one station is the Sayujya station, where it's all lighted up, all beautiful, no problems, no tensions. I'm blissful, happy. So some of those Nirakaris, they're like, okay, we decide to just come to this station. This is our station. And some people like
Okay.
us, oh, no, no, no. There is something more there. Let me just enjoy that.
And I want to reach to that destination.
Yes, I
ultimate
want to see
destination.
that. Where is the Devi? I was on earth and I always prayed to Devi. Does Devi even exist? I could not see on earth, so I want to see her in real. Krishna really exists. I want to see him in real. So then you guys say, okay, you guys, we enjoy here. We are going now. And you go and you see, yes, Krishna exists. The way we saw him, the way we heard him, he exists like that. The way we saw Devi, the same way she exists in Manidri. Wow. And then there will be all Sakhis, all yoginis whom you heard. When you're doing Srividya Puja, you'll be doing Nityas. The Nityas are there. And all the 9 layers, all the Devis, the yoginis and, Prakat yoginis, Sampradaya yoginis, Nigarbha yoginis, whatever in the 9 layers you have heard, all of them will be there to welcome you.
Anima Siddhe, Ganima Siddhe,
Yeah,
all
all
the...
Anima Siddhi, everybody. They'll be welcome. You'll be like, wow, I could not see on planet Earth in this body, but now I'm seeing. You'll have your residential quarters. You'll be doing seva, but you'll not like a das. You'll be like living like a full opulence. It is like that.
Visualizing that since Mathera.
You're visualizing that since Mathuranu. Good.
Yes.
All right. So yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. So that the same thing, whatever is there in Devi's Dham, same Aishwarya, same opulences is there in Goloka Dham. Or even in the Vaikuntha Dham. All of those places. All right. So I hope everything is clear now.
Yes,
now
yes,
sleep
very
well.
much.
Sleep well.
Thank
Go to Manidvip in your dreams.
Yes,
Take
thank
care.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Ma.
Thank
Hari
you,
Bol.
Ma. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Bye, Namazia.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes, say Namazia.
Okay, so we Westerners are confused with names because they are a little bit hard, the names. So I was wondering if you have some kind of chart where we have all the incarnations and reincarnations of
Okay.
Krishna, Balarāma, and all that kind of stuff, because I was trying to follow and I got to the point that I just find out I even forgot my name.
I
I'm sorry.
understand. No. It is not only with you, Namazia. It's with Indians also. So don't worry. Even if I ask these Indians, no, they'll be like, we don't know. Yeah, we heard, we know, but not so much. So don't worry. It's not only you. But
Thank you.
just for you or for everybody else, just to make it simple, Krishna is the original personality. And he has expanded as Balarāma. And that original people came down on earth in Krishna incarnation. Then the same original people came down in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation. Now they look like two ordinary men. And Balarāma was not born as a brother. Nityānanda was not born as brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's a different relative. But they both are Krishna Balarāma. That's all we have to remember. In between, whatever was explained, these are very technical terms. I would suggest not to get too much deep into it. It is going to confuse you again. But still, if you want, I will make it for you and give it to you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Enjoy your day. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.